It's been a pretty hectic week lately, or this past week, I should say, with doing scrap metal removal. I didn't make a lot of money. I did make some, not as much as I was hoping for, but I'm going to show you the video clips in just a second. I'm going to warn you that this video is very long. I had a lot of scrap metal that I picked up over the last 5 days. So I'm just letting you know that now. But please stay tuned until the end, and you'll see just how much I actually hauled away this past week. And also, one of the jobs that I had, I shouldn't even call them jobs because I'm not getting paid for removing scrap metal. But one of them literally took all week. And so then I had other ones on top of that. So you'll be able to see a before and after with that particular location. And you can see, when you see what it looks like when I was done, it looks a lot different. Also, this video is only part one. I have more video clips of two of these locations coming up in a part two. So after you're done watching this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That way you'll be notified when part two is posted. I don't know when it's going to be. It might be next week. It might be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now. But I am going to let you know that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Here's the video clips. Thanks for watching. So as you can see in the back, I have the two compressors. I don't know if they're going to take them as is or not. They may tell me I have to drill them so that they can see all the oil is out of them. I know the oil is out because I accidentally tipped them over today and all the oil came out. But they may tell me I need to drill holes in them. And then you can't really see it. Well, here, I'll just go like this. Obviously, that's the casing for that window AC unit. On the trailer here, I have this rear differential and rear axle, so rear end. And then I have this transmission. This transmission is about 100 pounds or so, maybe a little bit more. And it is going to be sold as aluminum breakage because this part is steel, this is steel, and then of course the steel bolts. So they're not going to buy it from me as clean aluminum, unfortunately. If I had time and if I had the place for something this big that I could pull apart, then I could make some more money off it, but I'd rather just get rid of it today. Anyway, I'm off to my next pickup. I'm at my next location, and it's this egg grill, or egg-shaped grill. I can't remember what you call these. Anyway, I'm off to my next location. Last pickup for the day, I got this snow shovel here, and then this like light housing. I don't know what you call these things, but they hold fluorescent tubes, so light fixture, I guess. And then there's the light bulbs on the side there. I was hoping they were going to have the lights taken out so I didn't have to pay to dispose of them, but they didn't, and so now I have to figure out what I'm going to do, because I obviously took this stuff for free. So anyway, I'm off to the scrapyard, and then I'll be done for the day. Some people had said in the comments that I should take video of stuff before I pick it up, before I put it on the trailer. So here goes. This all came from a camper. And the guy told me I could come grab whatever I wanted. So that's what I'm doing today. All this siding here, this is all aluminum. This is all aluminum siding. And then there's also like a furnace in here as well, which he told me I could come back and grab if I wanted. This stuff, it does have metal in there, but he's gonna like burn the wood off and then have me come back and get the metal itself. This is what I have on the trailer so far. I'm still working on it. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. This is gonna take me a long time. I told him I might have to spread it out over multiple days or make multiple trips today or something. He said that was totally fine. He said grab whatever I wanted, and just let him know when I'm done. So that's what I'm doing today. This is a big job. In the back of the van, I've got this stainless steel sink, which actually truly is stainless steel. I've got these hubcaps, which again, I think they're going to sell them to me as stainless steel, or they could be sold to me as stainless steel breakage. I don't really know. And then on the trailer, I've got all this aluminum siding. There's quite a bit, as you can see. Quite a bit. This is what I've cleared out. So this area over here was completely full. I was able to clear it out. There is some appliances in here. There's like that hood, that like furnace right there, and then you can't really see it. See if I can get a better picture. Look like this. Underneath there is a stove. I'm not going to be taking this refrigerator, but the other 3 appliances I can take. So I may come back and pick these up today. We'll see what happens. I do have another stop I have to make as well after I go to the scrapyard. So we'll see how today plays out. Back at this location to pick up some more stuff. I'm going to end up picking up that furnace looking thing there. This, I think, whatever that is, actually maybe not, because I think that's an AC, so maybe I won't pick that up today. And then I got to pick up that stove there. And then also spoke to the homeowner about all this wire. Back up so you can see just how much there is. I asked him if he wanted me to take this, and he said yes, I can take that. So I'm going to end up taking it, and I'll just add it to the wire that I've currently got and bring it all in at the same time. There's probably somewhere around like, I don't know, 20, 25 pounds of copper wire here. So, that should be a decent little payout. And then also he told me that floating around here, I think it's inside that little chicken coop there, is some bags of aluminum cans. And he asked me if I would take that too. I don't think I'm gonna be able to take that today. But he did say I can take it. So I think this total job is gonna take me a couple of days to get through. Because I'm gonna end up stopping after I pick up this load of stuff and going to the storage unit and pulling things apart, pulling all the copper wire and stuff out. And I have another pickup after I leave here that I've got to get to, which is picking up an old air compressor. And so I'll have to pick that up too, and I'll bring that to the storage unit at the same time. And actually, I thought this was a furnace, but actually now that I'm looking at it, I see water lines. So I'm thinking this is actually like a washer dryer. So I guess we'll see what happens here when I pull it out. Get back at you in a minute. As it turns out, I was right. This is an upright washer and dryer. I have the stove loaded. In the back of the van, I've got all this copper wire, which I'm going to take to the storage unit and separate, because as you can see, I've got 2 different sizes here. I've got this, and then I've got, stuff like this, which, is 2 different price points. So I'm going to have to separate it, which is fine, and I'll just, like I said, this smaller stuff, I'll add to what I've already got. And then I'm going to end up cutting the cords off of like, this washer dryer. I'll cut the electrical wiring out as well. And then on the stove, I'll cut as much of the electrical off as I can. I don't know how much I'm actually going to be able to get off, but I'll get off what I can. Anyway, I got my work cut out for me. I'll talk to you in a while. So here I am at the storage unit. Got my wires separated. About 99% of what's in this tote is from today. And then this box is full of, I think this is called like Romex or something like that. Anyway, whatever it's called. This I picked up 100% today. And then I did cut one of the cords off. It was off of that upright washer dryer. So I just added that to what I already had. I don't have very much there, but I thought since I'm bringing this other copper in, I might as well bring that in too. This part right here, I tried to get this panel off, and these screws, all they want to do is just strip. So I'm not going to be able to get the copper out of there, but I should still be fine. I do have one stop to make before I go to the scrapyard, so I'm off to do that right now. Went to my second location today, picked up this old air compressor. This thing is super, super heavy. Normally I would take it back to the storage unit, tear it apart, but one thing, it's getting late in the day, and I'm running out of time, and also I just don't want to deal with that mess right now. I would get some money off of this motor here. There's a couple of brass fittings on there, but I'm just not sure it would be worth it today. So I'm just gonna take it right to the scrapyard, call it good. Anyway, I'll get back at you later. Day 2 of doing this pickup. A lot of this stuff is getting to be pretty small, so I'm not sure how much of this stuff is actually going to go on my trailer, but there's nothing I can really do about it. I just got to get to it, start loading stuff up. Yesterday I did not make as much money as I was wanting, and part of that is because I was kind of afraid to overfill my trailer yesterday. As you saw in the video, I only had it about 3/4 of the way full. So today I'm going to try and fill it a little bit more and, just see what happens. In the back of my van here, I've got about 6 bags of pop cans, and each bag is actually only filled about halfway. And then inside this little like chicken coop, there's another bunch of bags right there. I can't take those right now because they have a mixture in each bag. There is pop cans in there, but there's also like glass and paper bags and whatever. So I'm gonna have to bring like a 55-gallon barrel or something here either later today or over the next couple of days and separate those bags. Anyway, I'm gonna start loading up the big stuff now. So as you can see, as far as aluminum goes, I've got this area pretty well cleaned up, except for this huge sheet of aluminum. This is too wide and too long to fit on my trailer as is, and I'm having a lot of problems trying to fold it up. So I think what I'm going to have to do is come back here with a Sawzall and cut it into smaller pieces that'll fit on the trailer. I was hoping to not have to do that because to make a separate trip out here just for this, I'm not going to get paid a lot of money. But at the same time, I didn't realize how big this thing actually was until I pulled it out of the pile and realized, this thing is huge. So it's just one of those things, and I'll have to make do with what I can. All that stuff over there, the guy is going to burn and have me come back and get the stuff that's left. I can see more aluminum on the top of the pile there. And I think there's also aluminum siding in there as well that has wood on it. So that's why it has to get burned. and there's probably steel in there as well. So we'll see what happens. So here I am with my trailer loaded. I was really hoping to get more weight on there today, but the only way that would be possible is to get this on there, which is definitely not going to happen today. Or, I'm not sure what time it is. Maybe I'll have a chance to come back here and get this. I don't really know. It's going to take a while to cut up, so it might not be worth it to come back here today. And then in the back of the van, of course, I've got all of those bags of cans and then some other smaller aluminum that I picked up off the ground. So we'll see what kind of a payout I get. So I just got done at my first stop. I've got all this on the trailer here. I got this galvanized steel. I cut these to fit on the trailer. Each one weighs about 60 pounds. I got this dog run here, and then that table saw right there. In the back, I've got a bunch of miscellaneous scrap steel. This cast iron sink here does have brass fittings on it, so I'm going to be taking those off. I'm going to take the electric motor out of there. But of course, I'm back at the first location that I started. I've been doing this for the last couple of days. I just got a few things I'm picking up today. First off, I'm going to see if there's any steel here, which I'm sure there probably is. And then there's a few pieces in here I'm going to pick up as well, like that's little furnace thing. I'm not sure exactly what that is, and I'm sure there's probably more steel in here somewhere. Anyway, I got to get to it so I can get done. It's hot out. So I loaded up this thing, whatever that is, I really don't know. And then I've got like one set of box springs on here. In the back here, I threw some various scrap metal. You can see some of that wire mesh there and some sheets of steel. On the side here, I've got like bird cages or whatever they are. I don't really know. Anyway, I think I've got close to 1,000 pounds total. So I'm gonna head to the scrapyard and call it a day. Get back at you soon. So I tried to pull the motor out of this, and I was definitely unsuccessful. I don't have the right size socket, and I don't have an adjustable wrench. However, I was able to get the brass off of that sink. So I'm going to sell this as probably brass breakage. And I did have a few other pieces of brass breakage, and so I just added that to the faucet. So I'm going to head to the scrapyard right now. So as you can see, I've still got quite a bit of stuff to haul away. I'm going to try and flatten this out today, and then cut it to fit on the trailer. I'm going to see if I can cut it into strips maybe, and use the strips as sides on the trailer. But with how bent up this is, I really doubt that's actually going to happen. Another thing I could do is just cut it up to fit on the trailer, and then just leave it as is, with how bent up it is. And then after I get the big stuff cut up, I'm going to see about the little stuff. Looks like there's quite a bit in that pile over there, but I'm going to try and get this pile, as much cleaned up today as I can. Another thing to mention is that I found another scrap metal yard that is about 20 miles round trip closer to here than the normal scrap yard I go to. So I may end up going there today. If I do, there's a good chance I might be able to get 2 loads in today instead of just 1. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I brought tools with me today to take care of some of this, so I've got my work cut out for me. I'll get back at you in a little bit. This is what I have loaded on my trailer. Again, that stuff was really bent up, and so I did my best to flatten it out and make it fit, but you know, it is what it is. You know, you can only do so much to a point where it's just not worth it anymore. And then, of course, the small stuff that would fall off the trailer I put in the back, that's all aluminum as well, or aluminum breakage. This is what the area looks like now. I'm gonna probably try to straighten this up a little bit. I know he's not expecting me to, but you know, I'd like to leave a good impression, so I'm probably gonna, like I said, try to straighten this up, make it look a little nicer. As you can see, I did take some of the aluminum off of that pile over there, and the rest of the aluminum that's there, as you can see, like on the top of the pile there, that stuff is really stapled and nailed down, and there's all kinds of like wood and stuff sitting on top of it. It would take a long time for me to move all that stuff so I could get to the aluminum, and it's just not worth it today. So I think I'm going to tell him to go ahead and burn this pile, and then I'll come back and pick up the metal. I think that's going to be easiest. As you can see, there is some steel over there. There's that microwave. There's this AC. I think this is the type of AC that goes in the top of an RV. So I might come back either today or maybe sometime next week and pick those two items up. I'm not sure. Depends on if I have anything else going on in this area. So I think what I'm going to do, like I said, is just get the trailer strapped down, clean up this area, call it good. I think this is going to be probably the end of this video series. So stay tuned for part 2 when I clean up the rest of this stuff next, hopefully next week, or it could be the week after. And then I have that other job to go back to where I had the dog runners and the steel pipe. He's got more stuff for me to pick up there as well. So, or not this guy, another homeowner, but that particular homeowner has more stuff for me to pick up. So anyway, like I said, stay tuned for part 2. I'll post it as soon as I can. Bye.